Well, cough's not the best way to start things off. Let's see. Are we live? Looks like we're live. Does it sound like we're live? Let's see. Are we live? Sounds like we're live. So hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back at long last for some more Fate Grand Order. It has been about a week since I last streamed. I got hit by a pretty bad case of the flu and still in a bit of recovery mode, but I think I'm doing well enough that I can continue streaming. So, real quick, let's go ahead and just claim all the weekly master mission things. Woo. I don't think... Oh yeah, the login stuff. So we'll claim the various things here. All of this tickets for exchange. Advent calendar, login, advent, login, advent, login, advent, login, advent, login, advent, login from the shop, advent, login, and that's all that was not that I did off stream as far as that. Real quick, I will showcase the shop here. I pretty much have enough of the 3 and 4 star material to finish off the shop once I unlock the foes, because I am now going to purchase the 2 command code things here. I still have to farm up the golden currency though, because yeah, I don't have that good node unlocked. So we'll start off with the Staff of the Dragon Holy Maiden and the Tragic Dragonkin Who Knew Not of Love. Those are purchased. And I do have enough that I can open up a fair few boxes, which will be the next thing I think. I just need to see what my current status is, so let's claim this first. Tragic Dragonkin Who Knew Not of Love, code conceptualized. Inflict poison for 300 damage for 3 turns to a single enemy when attacking with the engraved card, and increase the crit strength by 5%. A 6-legged shelled monster said to have lived by a lake. It was made to perform barbarous acts like spewing fire and devouring humans, but it's said that it was all because it longed for its mother's love. It was the love of a certain holy maiden that tamed it, though. Love is clearly quite important. Love is one word. And the Staff of the Dragon Holy Maiden. Martha's Staff. Increases the engraved card's critical strength against by 30% on busters against dragons. A sacred staff given by him to a kind, beautiful, and radiant lady. Holding the staff up to demonstrate its sacred aura can pacify any evil that is in no way a physical subjugation. Nope, not at all. Right, Martha. Right. So yeah, today's stream will be shorter. I will be a little bit more succinct in getting through everything just because I do not want to overly strain my throat, because if I speak for too long or too hard, I do start getting into a coughing fit, and that's not fun. So let's start off by opening up presents here to allow me to do some more of the quests here. Because we need a lot more black present boxes in order to advance, so, you know, we may as well. Just a slow and steady opening because I don't have a multi-box opening. That's the Master Reward thing. We've already heard all of Karna's dialogue, so I'm not going to sit through that again. Just click, click, quick, click, click, click. Click, click. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is one set of boxes done. Lineup updated, you've completed all, been reset, grand prize was not included in the 11th and further. So, I don't know if that's enough. Is it enough to do... I could do the Holy Night Boxing Fest at last. I can do the Fighting Santa match for mass-produced trainers. Good gracious, my tongue is getting tied here. Alright, so go ahead and jump into this. If I do recall, I was mainly doing this with only Karna, Santa, in the lead. So... doot. And let's roll. Level 1 Santa Karna, let's see if he can punch his way through whoever's in this match. Drinking liquids definitely does help out with my throat. Man, it's been a sucky past couple days because of this illness. Oh, Asclepius. Asclepius Golem Molding. Okay, so he's summoning... That's a little bit annoying, so... Target focus. And it's a set one, so I can't necessarily remove that. Alright, let's get an evasion up on Karna first, get him to survive a turn. And then... we want to try and get through as much of this guy as possible. As long as Karna keeps the evasion up for a little longer, that works. Scotty's Brave Chain should be enough here to wipe out the golem, so... BAQ. And then hopefully a fully buffed up Karna will be enough to eliminate his focus. Don't go yada yada yada. Alright, there we go. So, rolling. It is a Karna Brave Chain as well, so this will be quite potent. And a buff to DNP and attack, and Karna Punch. Will it be enough? That is the question. That was not as much damage as I was hoping to see. We do have enough for another... Never mind. I was gonna say we have enough for another NP, but he just had to say no. And even on critical misses, he still wiped Karna. Nice. Well, Karna, you failed this boxing match, but it happens, man, it happens. B-A-B. At least you generated a ton of stars. Which might be enough. Oh, that's so close. I think we've got it next round, though. Or not. I was hoping for a Brave Chain there, but it didn't happen. Maybe still might. Hey, nice crit. Georges. Did it. Alrighty. So, that is another dozen black boxes, which was that's at 43. That is more than enough to get through a fair bit. We also get 5 soundless bells. Alright, so we will now do the next section, the Sound of the River, Round 5. No battles in the first node here, though. Which is kind of annoying because it's going to strain my voice, but not much I can really do about it. Excuse me. This is a nice change of pace. A frozen river. Oh, Arjuna Altar. Interesting. I agree, Master. Getting in trouble with you like this is a very nice change of pace for me. I was a little perplexed when Arjuna said he wished to send someone in his place for this mission. But now it all makes sense. Though I do wonder if there were any deeper significance to him entrusting his own altar with this mission. So, Arjuna Altar, I didn't want to get into this if I didn't have to, but considering the possible risks involved, I think it's better if we just clear the air now. There's a lot we don't know about your state of mind, so I have to ask. What do you think of Karna? Karna. All of my memories from my human life are vague and hazy. At this point, they mean nothing to me. Still, I do sense something about Karna, something I cannot quite put into words. Still, even that sensation means nothing to me. My only concern now is vanquishing evil by Master's side. I see, it sounds like you do have somewhat different stance than Archer Arjuna then. What about you, Karna? ... As I am now, I don't know you all that well, but Ash told me... He might be a different aspect of him, but he's still Arjuna. Just treat him like you normally would, damn it. Sounds like Ash. So even though you look different, if you truly are the same Arjuna who studied with me under the same teacher, then that's just what I'm going to try to do. Good on you, Karna. Oh man, he wants the fist bump. This is something I've done with Arjuna as well. I'm told it's something one does when you are reunited with someone you remember fondly, as well as at the start and end of a battle fought together. It doesn't matter if you're enemies or allies, this is something done by any two people who engage in combat. I see. Very well then. He gave Karna a fist bump. Wow, they have a better relationship than normal. This is new information, and a new sensation. I'll make certain it's accurately recorded in my memory. Well, we certainly shouldn't be wanting for firepower with you taking over Arjuna, Sir Alter. You may fight differently than he does, of course, but with my knowledge and experience, I'm certain I can put together a new team strategy that'll let us defeat the Singularity's dragon. It's kind of me to say it, but I know I'm not nearly as strong as the other dragon slayers you've had. I'm sorry. Though that's not to say I won't do my very best in this battle. It's good to have you, Sieg. Thank you, Master. I know I have big shoes to fill, and though I'm not sure if I can fill them, I'll definitely try. That aside, I wonder why in the world Siegfried suggested I go on this mission in his place. I really don't feel all confident going up against a dragon that's gone toe-to-toe with gods. Oh, you need not feel as though this mission's success rests entirely on your shoulders, Sir Karna, Sir Alter, and myself are here as well. I'm also well aware that Sir Siegfried's dragon-slaying skills are every bit the equal of Lord Sigurd's. If he sent you here in his place, you must have had an excellent reason for doing so. What did Siegfried actually say to you, anyway? It is Christmas, after all. I'm not sure what he meant by that. Oh, that sounds like it's something to do with Santa as well. I'm sorry, I really couldn't say. Oh well, no biggie. Either way, this is the lineup we've got today, so let's get going. It's a frozen river. Looks like it used to be a river before it was frozen solid. The river banks, well, cliffs really, are clearly too slippery and dangerous to traverse by foot, so I think your best course of action is to make your way up the river itself, but be cautious. Understood. Alright, everyone, let's be on our way. Indeed. This world certainly is freezing, isn't it? That is simply how Christmas is. I see. It's looking like it's going to be a white Christmas for me, too. It's very bad outside right now, so I'm glad that I had today off. I know they're just making small talk, but those two are much larger than life. That it feels like it's having some deep, profound conversation. Yeah, even though they're saying it's cold and it's Christmas. Man, it must be nice to have that kind of gravitas come to you naturally. I'm kind of jealous. So, since we've got a while to reach the target anyway, we might as well pass on something our analysis team just discovered. I don't know how pertinent this fact is to our mission, but it's still a neat bit of trivia. And these occluded singularities' original environments have all been frozen over to include into these wintry landscapes, right? You might think this was caused by a huge temperature drop, but it actually isn't. The cold is apparently just a side effect of sorts. In a sense, the coldness was added on after effect to match everything being frozen. What do you mean? How could I put this? Okay, so these worlds look frozen, right? In actuality, though, they just stopped. Basically, the concepts behind these worlds, or the space they occupy if you prefer, have been shut down. They've been blocked from functioning as normal as, like the name occluded suggests. So now they just exist, complete entities unto themselves, neither affecting nor being affected by anything else. Consequently, they look frozen solid, even though that's not technically what happened. For example, say you use some kind of fire magecraft or fire-based noble phantasm to burn an entire area here to the ground. It would definitely affect that area temporarily, but it wouldn't do anything to the base reality of the world itself. Even with the bamboo forest from yesterday, Ash was able to use his noble phantasm to make a simple path, but it would have been fundamentally impossible to destroy the entire forest itself. Well, even the paths he made will have blocked themselves off again by now. Reacher used to create widespread drought by blocking off the world's water and sealing it away in mountains. So it's safe to say she has an inherent ability similar to block other things off. I see. This should already be a basic knowledge for you. We were both taught that growing up.
Unfortunately, this body is no longer human. So there may well be things the human Arjuna knew that I do not. Good timing. We've been walking for a while now, so let's take a short break here. We can have a quick bite to eat and go over everything we know about the situation when we're all on the same page. Sounds good to me. Boiling. Stomach won't stop growling. Then we'd better do something about it. Here you go. Stew. Whatever's in that pot really does look delicious. What kind of dish is it? Just a simple chicken and garlic sauce dish I used to make all the time. I think these days it's known as chikmeruli. I'm gonna actually look that up here. Chkmeruli. What does that look like? It's a traditional Georgian dish of chicken and garlic sauce. Interesting. Very interesting. Already feel warmer. It does look like a very warming dish. Fur chicken is one of the best foods you can eat for weight control, especially the white meat. What is it, Arjuna? To be honest, I don't really understand flavor. At most, I can tell if something is especially spicy or sweet. I'm not sure that I can taste the nuances of flavors in the foods the way you can. Even so, I can tell it's very warm. I see, then you should take your time eating it. No, I'm serious. You really ought to slow down. Servant or no, you could still burn your mouth if you try to eat it all in just a few bites. Here, try bringing the spoon up to your lip and blowing on it before you take a bite. That's it. Perfect. Might be rude of me to even think this, seeing how he's practically a god, but in some ways he reminds me a lot of, well, us. We homunculi are born fully grown and exist solely to fulfill our designated purpose. At least that's how we're designed. But now he's changing naturally over time, just like we do. It just goes to show that, even transient as our existences may be, well, we're still all alive. Go on, eat up. You need plenty of stamina to defeat a dragon, after all. And that reminds me, I had a question about that. See, neither Siegfried nor Sigurd will tell me any details of how they defeated their dragons. Pretty much all they said is that they were so desperate to survive, they don't remember anything. Oh yes, well, I'm afraid that's rather complicated. It may very well be that they simply are not able to tell you anything. You see, fighting a dragon is very different from fighting a typical monster. True dragons like Fafnir are born from an abundance of human greed, and are thus more like concepts than actual creatures. They are great lizards and formless demons all at once, thus defeating one demands the entirety of your being and ability. If you can't pull out every bit of strength you've gained from your life up to that point, the dragon will do it for you. That is their threat true dragons pose. I get it. No, I get it. I get it. What I mean is, facing a dragon is no different than telling a story of your entire life. Describing the broad strokes is easy enough, but delving into details can soon become embarrassing. Not to mention in many cases, we simply cannot recall some things any longer. That is why we can only discuss surface-level tricks, like the best way to get your sword through their scales. So Georgios can't describe it well either. I guess that's just how it is. So what's a dragon's weakness? Its chin? Dragons can have many different weaknesses, but you should also not expect him to have any at all. Still, we can plan ahead for a few possible patterns, then go over how... Everything alright? Uh-oh. Something is headed this way. Oh boy, who's the dragon gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Let's see. Who it gonna be? Okay, so I'm gonna bring Arjuna Alter here. Yep, so Arjuna Alter, since I don't have you, you'll be going in the back line. It does look like this might be a 5-star node, so I will go ahead and throw the 5-star CEs on everybody. And then we will be throwing Segan as well. There we go. This squad should be fine. You know, technically speaking, since Karna gets a full double damage, he roughly does about 7,000. His attack is roughly around the 7,000 range, which it is still lower than everybody else, but that's not bad. Oh, excuse me, especially because it's being boosted by another 50% thanks to Sumo. I talk too much. I never imagined the river would fracture vertically. That was close. That was like Lamdorilis' ice waves. Some kind of undulation came from upstream that caused the frozen river to temporarily break apart. Hope now I need to work on a way to detect these undulations before they reach you. Welcome, Reconcile Reese. Welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up decently. I've been pretty much down and out with the flu the past almost week, so that's why I'm so far behind. But I feel like I should be able to at least get 100 boxes done before the event is done. Hopefully, at least. Is everyone alright? We are okay, we managed to dodge it. But happy things, and a Merry Christmas to you as well. Here comes another one, get ready. Heck yeah. It's coming down the left side, move to the right. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops this time. You get swallowed by one of those fissures. We'll end up trapped below the river's frozen surface with no way out. Fortunately, strange as it may sound, the fissures also repair themselves quickly, so the ice should still be safe to traverse once the danger has passed. We'll just have to make our way along this narrow river while evading direct contact with the fissures. FPS strafing. Oh gosh. I've seen Ganesh playing games like that. They seem like a good way to improve your hand-eye coordination. He's not wrong. Any threat with the potential to kill Master is evil. Hold on, I'm sure you're more than strong enough to just block those fissures outright, but if you do that, the backlash will just create more fissures. I see, so if I destroy these fissures now, Master will be unable to progress any further. Understood, then. For now, I'll focus solely on defending him until I can eliminate this evil at its source. You guys all rolled Trask to evade similar threat before, right? I wish I could turn into my dragon form more easily so I could fly you all to the target, but it's just too hard to maintain that noble phantasm for that long. That's quite alright, we can evade this threat ourselves easily enough, and we wouldn't want you to be exhausted by the time we get to the big fight. Come to think of it, that reminds me of another important question I had. While I do possess Siegfried's dragon slaying power, I'm also part Fafnir myself. So, does that mean you're going to go all originating from sin on me? Not to worry, I'm not about to put an ally to the sword merely because they happen to be part dragon. As I said before, dragons are more akin to concepts than creatures. If someone still possesses such a concept even after becoming a servant, then there must be a good reason. I can understand that there are circumstances in which a dragon becomes an inextricable part of a servant's life or duty or fate, but of course, being who I am, I will still remain vigilant around them. Yes, for example, even if that servant was an ally fighting on my side, and if they were someone with whom I had previously shared pleasant conversations. Should I determine that they were an evil dragon that must be put to the sword, I would not hesitate to do so. Got it, then I'll do everything I can to make sure I don't end up turning evil. Sieg, you are too innocent to be turning evil, I honestly think. If you can say that and mean it, then you'll be just fine. I guarantee it. Here comes another one. Time for more sidestep training. Be ready. Master, please move to your 10 o'clock, and quickly. No evil will escape my sight. Still not sure how I feel about Arjuna Alter. Don't like him still from the Indian Lost Belt, but different character, so maybe I should give him a chance. I don't know. You should be fairly close to the target now. Does anything seem different? Yes, I can hear something. Who's sing? Oh, is it Liz? Oh, Liz. Oh no, poor Liz. This is what's been causing those fissures. Is it Liz? Yes. Well, yes. Well, I do enjoy singing. It wasn't so long since I've last heard any. Yep. It is Liz. Oh man. Oh, no singing. I can't even imagine what a dull life you must have led, you poor thing. But that must mean your ears are just overloaded with delight now. You're just so amazingly lucky to end your musical dry spell with a bunch of my songs. Plus, I think you're the first audience who's ever, I mean the first in a long time, to stay and listen quietly instead of writhing around on the floor, running away as fast as you can. Aw, Liz, she found somebody that likes her singing. I mean, Liz can be a good singer when she's singing properly, you know, when she's singing to protect, but otherwise you have to have a dragon's hearing, so I guess it makes sense that Reacher is fine. So any requests? Maybe a ballad that'll have you spilling your bodily fluids, or an unhealthy metal number that'll ramp up your taste for cruelty. Surprise me. I do enjoy singing, but I don't know much about it, or rather I can't really tell songs apart. There's just something nice about singing, period. It just makes everything more fun. I like how the little Liz song is going on in the background. Wait, does that mean you couldn't even tell the difference between any of the songs I've sung thus far? Honestly, no. Oh, but don't worry, I can tell that some are like clawing a piece of steel with a scale, while others more akin to death throes. So you're just happy with any song at all? I mean, low standards is one thing, but this is insane. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten so carried away, or maybe I'd be better off being evaluated by one of those karaoke scoring machines. Wait, never mind that now, puppy. When did you get here? Well, this changes everything. At first I thought we were filming a promo video or something, but not an actual concert. So I'm relieved to see my live audience growing. Didn't I tell you more would be coming? Ellie's shadow. Oh, poor Liz. Right, she appears to be the same type of reproduction we've seen in the other occluded singularities. So that's not really her. Good, then I won't have to worry about holding back. Huh? You're in the presence of a genuine stage idol, and that's all you have to say? Or are you one of those people who doesn't get music or something? Yes, I suppose I am. I'm sorry. Hey, at least you're honest. That counts for a lot in my book. Anyway, that must mean your first concert ever, right? It's practically the destiny of an idol like me to help guys like you see the light of our glory. How about the rest of you then? Got any favorite genres? I've always enjoyed hymns myself. Hymns, huh? That sounds like songs of encouragement. Okay, got it. I sing those kinds of songs to myself all the time anyway, so I'm sure I can hit it all up today. I've heard some people like to listen to music on headphones while doing their road work. So you want catchy songs to get you pumped up. Got it! Oh, Liz. Poor Liz. I never had any chances to engage with music myself. I used to think I could never understand it, but oddly after hearing your singing voice, I felt something. Like the lilt of your intonation, the rhythm of your words, I see. So that is music. I never dreamed I would hear sounds that spoke to me like that after I stripped myself of all desires beyond those pertaining to my duty. This has been a novel, even comforting experience. Okay. Don't make me laugh. Oh no. No, the laughter hurts. Oh, that hurt my chest. Ouch. When it hurts to laugh is quite something. Oh, it's not really. I mean, I'm on the up and up. It's just more there's still the damage there, you know, it's still in the process of healing. It only really acts up if I take 2 deep breaths or if I start laughing like a loon. Well, what's even happening here? I can't remember the last time I had someone in the audience just straight up compliment me. Want an autograph, a photo book, commemorative CD set? Oh, wow, my own very own Stan. You're going for my entire print collection? Thanks. This certainly is a lot of stuff. Oh gosh. Liz. Oh. We need to get the actual Liz here, not just her shadow. Liz is a good girl. She deserves this kind of goodness in her life. Damn, she's pushing her merch on him like crazy. I guess this was all bound to happen when the hero of Endowed finally met a wannabe idol. And who's that? He smells strange, far too much like the gods for my liking. So even being like that can become empty shadows? How annoying. Well, no matter, since I have no intention of fighting any gods yet, I think I'll let Elizabeth here handle this and beyond my... Hold it, Vritra. Oh, you have a strange aura about you, boy. I'm a dragon too. Well, I guess I should say I'm also a dragon. That's why I want to talk to you. Why should I hear what you have to say, just because we're two of a kind? Is that it? Sieg, I don't think you've practiced your talk no jutsu enough to really be effective here. Don't bother, that doesn't mean anything to me. Even Elizabeth here only acquired that form through a twist of fate. I didn't choose her for this because she's a dragon. No, wait, are you actually a dragon? Let's just say we idols have a lot of secrets, by which I mean no comment. She really isn't? It's weird, she's like a dragon because of the concept of greed or something like that. The only other thing I'll say is that we're obligated to be everyone's fantasy. We're pretty meta like that. I know what she is. She's an innocent monster. She ended up that way because the things she did in life were said to be so depraved that people thought she had ties to demons. I don't know how true this is, but according to Caldea's database, Elizabeth gained her dragon properties because the Bathory family's coat of arms included dragon teeth. Oh, that's more succinct explanation, I guess. Though personally, I think there's a little more to this story than that. Sure, there's a reason I'm a dragon, so there must be a reason she is too. And I'm sure there's a reason you are as well, Vritra. Though maybe it was foolish of me to try to talk to you dragon to dragon. However, Santa doesn't care if you're a dragon or a serpent. That has nothing to do with why I'm here. All I want is to take back Christmas and become a true Santa Claus. You can't be too considerate of your opponent's circumstances, Sieg. It'll only weaken your fists. I see. I guess you're probably right. Okay, everything else aside, I understand what it is we have to do now. Thank you for reminding me that I'm here today as a Dragon Slayer, not a dragon. I'm here to pass judgment on evil, so first, Vritra, I will see if that is what you are. I already told you I'm not going to fight any gods today. I've always been one to save the best for last. Don't worry, it's just about timing. I'll face you all myself soon enough. If I were you, I'd make sure I was as strong as I could possibly be before that time comes. Independent manifestation! Looks like she got away again. Not a problem, I can tell we're driving her deeper into the core of the ring with every step. If that's what you think, Karna, then that's good enough for me. My goal for today is help Santa and free the secluded singularity, and I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen. Yes, I think that's for the best. You can't get straight for a dragon's eye and expect your sword will reach it. It's best to start by attacking its limbs and throwing it off balance. Strange though it may seem, there is more to being a dragon slayer than merely slaying a dragon. That part only comes when one has proven they are willing to stay and fight, even when faced with an adversary as formidable as a dragon. I see, well, if there's one thing I have going for me, it's my will. I owe Siegfried my life. Now that he's entrusted me with his mission, running away simply isn't an option. I don't know if I'm up to becoming a dragon slayer or not, but I won't do anything less than my best. You guys are gonna try to slay me now? Seriously? Look, I can understand being so infatuated with me that you'd rather slay me than share me with anyone else, but I'm sorry, I just don't do romance. It'd be such a scandal for the rest of our adoring fans. Oh, Liz. We all know that's not true. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. It was just a figure of speech. Although, copy or not, if we have to defeat her, I guess she'll still end up dead anyway, right? Oh, I gotcha. So you're basically saying we gotta treat every concert like if it were a battlefield. Well, yeah, duh. Alright, get ready for the concert of a lifetime. Yeah, more of a streaming guy myself. Alright, so, versus Liz. Oh boy. Too deep of breath starts too. Okay, so Core of Obstruction, decreased damage taken, MP gen, and crit star drop rate from Buster attacks. So Buster is not as effective against Liz here. Good to know. Georges, get the target focus up, and let's start generating some MP here. Sieg has AoE, I believe, if memory serves. So it'll be very useful for eliminating the other two Ultra's evils. Oh, Draconic Song, that decreased my Buster card resistance. That's not nice. Hey Deontay, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I am very far behind. Really, my whole family has been down with the flu for pretty much this whole week here, and since I only ever stream things, as far as story-related goes, I couldn't really, do much of anything. So yeah, I am incredibly far behind, but hopefully I will be catching up to it. I'm mostly recovered at this point. Just have the I'm sure I'll be able to do the 20 boxes, no issues. I have done enough farming to at the very least clear the 3 and 4 star currencies. So I think I've got another 5 boxes, maybe even 6 that I can still open, and I've already opened 3, so. And I do have today off, and obviously I'm not working tomorrow or the day after because of Christmas, so I'll have the whole weekend to do some farming. Alright, there goes Karna. That's the bridge of the song. Interesting. And now comes in the man, the myth, the legend, Arjuna Altar. But how have things been, Deontay? How many boxes are you through, and all that kind of good stuff? Also,
I'm roasting, but I'm happy that I'm roasting because it is freezing outside. So I really shouldn't be complaining. Alright, Arjuna, I have no idea what you can really do. Sure. Not really necessary. Not necessary. Have any other buffing skills here? How much of this gauge increases this? Not enough. Okay. So we'll do doot. Oh, of course. It would be just short. Barely short. And there goes Arjuna Alter. Oh, rip Arjuna Alter. Ripperoni. Let's get Sieg healed up here. Okay, Sieg just needs to take that one attack and he can now NP. And he has a Brave Chain as well. Excellent. And that should be game. Excuse me. There we go. Got some of the gold currency, and we keep going. Oh, that was a good cough. That was a good cough. That one didn't hurt. It's over already. But I only just finished warming up my vocal cords. Can't I get at least an encore? Poor Liz. I can no longer hear that song. Don't worry, you can hear it anytime you want once we get back to Chaldea. Also, I have a sneaking suspicion you might also enjoy that one Roman Emperor singing too. Well, Lord Sieg, how do you feel now that you've achieved a great victory in your mission? Honestly, I still don't know. I'm not sure that I did a good job here, much less achieved a great victory. I think I did at least manage to do what I was supposed to do today as today's Dragon Slayer. This only reaffirms for me that I'll never be the kind of hero Siegfried is. I'm a Dragon Slayer, and a Dragon Slayer, both and neither at the same time. That's just who I am. That said... Okay, Santa, there's the core. Go ahead and do your thing. Punch. And the environment returns to normal. 253, damn. Very impressive. I'm going to be hard-pressed to... I'm going to shoot for at least being able to do the big 100 box opening in one click. That is something I would very much like to be able to do, so fingers crossed I'll be able to manage that. If memory serves, like, in previous farming events, I could generally get 5 boxes worth farmed in an hour with just the general shop CEs. So I'm hoping I'll be able to manage similar things and just gradually increase that as I get more drops. That said, now that I've gotten to fight alongside Master as well as all of you, I do feel like I can hold my head a little higher than I could before. I think maybe this is what it feels like to be proud of who you are. I see, perhaps it was the fact that the very feeling Lord Siegfried wished to give you as a gift. It's that time of the year, after all. Oh, you have to get past box 20 to get the 100 spin? Okay. Well, that's fine. So, I have to get to 20 boxes, and then I need to gather enough to the 100s. Yeah, thank you for telling me that, because otherwise I would have been very much wondering why I couldn't, so I now have a firm goal to shoot for.
Still, if you're hearing that, I think I can accomplish the bare minimum of what I needed to as well. Boxers are supposed to inspire children by how bravely they fight. After all, this works out perfectly, so consider that your present from me. Master Arjuna Altar has been staring at the river for a while now. It's a beautiful river, isn't it? Glad we were able to restore it. I honestly don't recognize this background. Like, I don't recognize this from any singularity or anything. Is this a new one? Master, is this scenery normal? It's not just normal, it's awesome. It is pretty cool looking. Yes, I suppose it is. There is nothing I either like nor dislike, but if this scenery brings a smile to your face, then I'm certain its tranquility must have been very good indeed. Really? I don't remember this sort of river scene. I must just be blanking from my mind then. Alright, only one more occluded singularity left to go. This could well be the set of our final battle. So let's go there and give it all we've got. Not quite yet, Da Vinci, because I have to open up boxes so I can do the next boxing match. Got to open up boxes so I can do boxing. Alright, we got a quartz. Oh, I mean, I could just jump to the very next thing, but, you know, I kind of want to do the next boxing match first, so... Thankfully, it's just a matter of spam pressing the open button. Just gotta be careful with my breathing. If I inhale too deeply, I start hurting. Still. Hopefully I get enough of the bells from this box. There we go. So I'll leave with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll be able to open all the way to box 10 with what I've currently got on hand, which is nice. Do I have enough for the bell? I do. Fighting Santa Match 5. Different division. Fighters decisive match. Weird, that's a mouthful. Okay. So Scotty. Scotty there. We'll keep C. Huh? And this can be also Scotty. Alright, let's see how level 1 Santa Carna does against this boxing match. Ow. That hurt. That really hurt. Hey Andy, welcome to the stream. Hobby things. How did you break your friend's mind? Okay, this is not gonna be easy, is it? It's the awakened blue dragon and the reigning vermilion wing. Quick card effectiveness for him. And arts cards for him. Okay, that's not bad. Karna's probably not going to be punching down either of them, unfortunately. Why? How would you break your friend's mind with a false statement, though, Andy? I'm not sure how a false statement like that can break your friend's mind. Oh, I'm gonna be leveling up Karna before the challenge, guys, don't worry. It's just, for the story, I kind of want to see how far I can take level 1 Santa Karna. He was doing good at the beginning, but he has started to fall down as far as effectiveness goes, as these challenge quests and stuff have been getting stronger. I mean, he's still doing okay, but just not stupendously amazing. Okay, and we might be able to take him down. I think he is going down here. Hey, Mordred. Welcome to the stream. Happy things. And there goes Karna. One shot. I don't remember what this guy's NP is like. I do not remember what his NP does. So I'm gonna play it safe. Play it safe. That's the name here. Didden.
我が名に紐付けられし力我が声に応えて門を開け来たれ我が城影の城ゲートオブスカイ
闇の胸郭ここに参上
What are you doing? Okay, good. He's not that threatening then. Although, you know, Scotty might not be too pleased that he essentially touched her like that, so I think this guy needs to be on the looks out for an angry Scandinavian goddess. Dude. Let's get a higher crit chance at the very end of a buster chain. Andy, I've honestly been, like, sick for the past week. I've been down with the flu pretty bad. Whole family has, to be honest. Heck, my dad even went to the hospital. It was that bad for him, but he's doing fine now. I'm on the recovery period myself, so it's my hope that I will be fully healed within the next day or two. I'm happy that I get to stay home today because it is terrible conditions outside as well. Alright, so this should be this boxing match done. Alright, so that's another 18 black boxes. That should be more than enough to keep going forwards. In fact, I think that's enough to get me through the full bunch of the story here. Yeah, it looks like it. So, round 6, Love Never Freezes. I feel like we're going to be going up against Kiyohime here soon. This is a battle note to start too, so form your party immediately before the battle begins. Okay. Watch yourself, Master. There's gonna be a bunch more hazards popping up from both above and below. Hey, it's Beowulf. He's like the OG Dragon Slayer, isn't he? I wish we could figure out how to anticipate them, so we could I wish we could figure out how to anticipate them so we could do better warning. Okay, so there's a missing word there. That's what's tripped me up there for a brief moment. So we could give you better warning? Did they just forget the word give? Something along those lines. But the best we can do right now is warn you right before they show up. Heads up, ice guys are at your 2 o'clock, about 5 meters ahead of you in 8 seconds. Get out of there. But yeah, Beowulf's the OG Dragon Slayer, isn't he? Just like he's the theoretical origination for Berserker or something. A lot of people think, like, Old Man Beowulf would be a Grand Berserker candidate or something. Next, I have a forecast for the next round of firebombs headed your way. They should reach you in about 20 to 30 seconds, though they may change trajectory depending on where they hit the iceberg. Have things settled down, at least for the most part. Hey, Forever Zero, welcome to the stream. Happy things. Yeah, I wasn't really procrastinating, I've just been sick, so that's why I'm so far behind. Yeah, so it seems so. Though between the ice geysers bursting out of the ground and the firebombs coming at you from a distance at the same time, it has been yet another difficult environment to traverse. While you certainly don't come across a frozen field of lava every day, no surprise that it's both strange and dangerous. Frozen field of lava. Very strange and dangerous indeed. Be that as it may, our only option is to keep making our way forward. The only time you can stop moving feet during a roadwork session is when you're shadowboxing. As this evil seeks to interfere with our efforts to eradicate a greater evil at its source, the road is still just as full of evil as ever. So hey, are you sure I'm the right guy for this job? Sure, I did defeat a dragon. But that was when I was an old man, not in my prime life like I am now. I mean, I still remember doing it, since I'm a servant and all. But at this point, fighting a dragon now sounds more like a hassle than anything. So I don't know how much help I'm gonna be here. Don't worry, you'll be fine. We crunched the numbers, and you definitely got what it takes for this mission. Besides, you're not gonna leave after coming this far, right? Hell no, just because I don't like dragons doesn't mean I'm gonna pass up a party like this. And hey, since I won't be fighting it on my own, maybe I can even let one of you guys handle the annoying parts of fighting a dragon and just enjoy going to town on it. Besides, I like this Santa style. Ain't many things more hardcore than fighting with just your fists. I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh no, Cardus found another battle junkie. Yeah, now's not the time, guys. You can have a boxing match later. Agreed, now is absolutely not the time for an impromptu sparring match. Save it for later. True. Very true. I think it's sort of the same idea with the Old Man Lee situation, how he's technically stronger than younger Lee or something. There's probably some fate-based explanation, but I just can't. I'm not in a state of mind to really try and figure it out right now, to be honest. Well, I can tell you guys what we know so far. It looks like the ice geysers are a natural phenomenon, but the firebombs are probably some kind of attack. They have all been making a beeline for you guys, and there's no signs of them going anywhere else. I'm also pretty sure their cores are made up of lumps of igneous rock, taken straight from the area you're in. So whoever's lobbing them is probably digging up a shattered frozen rocks, enveloping them in superheated flame, and firing them at you with all the force of a siege engine. They're as hot as they are heavy, and you really don't want one hitting you. Not a problem. If nothing else, I'll make certain no evil reaches Master. We must be raring to go if they're already chucking those things at us. My kind of party. By the way, I don't know how much of this Retra dragon. Does she breathe fire and stuff? I think she may have, considering that some stories say she was born from fire. You don't say. As I recall, the dragon you defeated was also a fire breather, correct? You and I haven't had many chances to talk until now. So I'm hoping to take this opportunity to learn more of your own dragon slaying tale. I'd like to oblige, but like I said, it was a much older me who did that. And honestly, I don't remember much of it very clearly. How do I feel about it? Was I glad to go? Did I enjoy it? Was I afraid? I have no idea. All I can say for sure is, I did it because I had to. I was a king back then. Didn't matter that I never set out to be one. I understand. Evil had to be punished, didn't it? Maybe. The main thing is that I was king, so I couldn't stand back and do nothing, while the dragon was eating my people. I see. Well said. As a follower of the Lord, I could not turn away when I came across the town under a poisonous dragon's talon. Doing so was never an option. It had to be slain, so I slew it. It does seem fate plays at least some role in steering us towards most dragon hunts. I don't know about that, but I do agree about you doing what needs to be done. Just like how I have to do this to become a true Santa Claus. And take back Christmas as it's meant to be. Does that mean even the hero of benefaction hates seeing a kid cry at not being able to open their present? There have always been things people desired, things they need to survive. As someone who possessed such things, it was only natural for me to share them with those I met who needed them. I never gave much thought about what happened to them afterwards, but you may be right. I do think there's something wrong with giving someone a gift that makes them sad instead of happy. In fact, Ganesha just recently admonished me about this. Getting people's hopes up only to dash them is the worst, especially when you do it with a totally straight face like that. Yep, we'll have to resolve the situation. I do like how Karna and Ganesha / Juniko have such a good bond. That is nice. course. Come on, let's go. Indeed. Let us be off. There's the fire bombs. Now we're seeing more of those gouges of fire and bombs than ever. I'll cut them all down. Make sure to conserve your magical energy. You'll need every bit for the main fight. Master, I think you should hold on to my back. It'll be easier to sidestep and parry that way. Okay. We playing Elden Ring now? Or Bloodborne? We haven't made much progress in a while, have we? Be nice if we could at least focus on just the ice geysers or the fire bombs instead of both at once. Yeah, now that's hot. I swear, there's no end to this fire, is there? I wonder if this is what it's like with the dragon I fought, too. You know, I think I might have jogged my memory. How did I do this last time? Did you remember a strategy that could help us, Beowulf? I'm not sure, but whatever I did back then, I bet it went something like this. First I dodge this son of a bitch. Don't make me laugh, please. It hurts to laugh. Then I chop it down. Next I pick it up and... Shield. Impromptu shield? You cut it down that ice player made it into a shield. Nice, but isn't it kind of heavy? Of course it is, that's why we gotta hurry. Come on. Sir Karna, take Master and stay behind Sir Beowulf. Sir Alter and I will help him fire off the firebombs. Got it. Lady Mash, Lady Da Vinci, please focus on warning us about upcoming geysers. We'll take care of the rest. But what the heat from the firebombs melt that ice shield pretty quickly. Not a problem, we'll just make another one every time that happens. Now, come on. Perhaps if he has all the incredible power of his youth and the wisdom of a wise king. I knew you'd be a fine dragon slayer, Sir Beowulf. Okay, there we go. See, he is better than his old man self. Alright, we're here. Once he started getting the knowledge, at least. There, I see them. It's Vritra and Kiyohime. Shocker. Hello, Master. It's about time you got here. I'm not sure how, but I think I made a mistake with this one's copy. Oh, you did, Vritra. You did. Or are berserkers just like this? They really are. Oh, I knew it. I knew you would understand everything without so much as a single word, Master. This can only truly be destiny, love, jitame. No, I still don't get it. Almost as soon as I made her, she started flinging those firebombs your way. I didn't even say anything. What did you do to get on her bad side? My, how dare you? I never breathed so much as a lick of fire. Those weren't firebombs, they were love bombs. I knew that if I flung them at my darling master, he would fall them straight to me. True, I suppose getting lost is one thing we never had to worry about. First, I channel my overwhelming love into scooping out great hunks of ice, and fuse them with a burst of my deep, passionate love. Then I just wish for my love to be reciprocated as I put my back into flinging them towards the object of my affection. Ah, what an elegant, dainty, compassionate way to leave my beloved to me. Now that it works so well, it's a clear sign we should have our wedding tomorrow, if not sooner. Oh, Kyo. That is true, yandere energy. Incidentally, I got the idea of her making a trail out of breadcrumbs from an old fairy tale. I think it was called Hansel and Gretel. Grendel? Now, what did he do? I don't think she's talking about your sworn enemy, Beowulf. Gretel's the name of the younger sister in the story. I haven't the slightest idea what she's talking about, but her passion is something to behold. She's clearly more than eager to burn you down to cinders. Of course, that's what love is all about. I really, really don't get it. Nobody does. At any rate, yes, I think she should make a fine final obstacle. If you're able to defeat her, you should be just about ready to face me. But do be careful, the sweet spot doesn't last as long as you might think. If you show her any mercy, let down your guard, or hold anything back, you could end up being too late. And that would spoil my fun as well. Don't disappoint me, alright? Me? Hold back? Never. I need to defeat you as soon as possible so I can finally become a true Santa. Otherwise, Christmas won't even come once this year. So if I need to win this match to earn the right to challenge you, then I'll put everything I have into making my fist shine as brightly as possible. Alright, all eyes on Kyo. You only have eyes for me, Master? Oh, what a joy it is to hear you declare your love for me so loudly. But I do have to ask why you qualified that with "for now." Because that almost makes it sound like you plan to cheat on me in the future. Why don't we have a little private couples counseling inside my bell right now, just so we can clear that up? Cheating would imply we're in a relationship, though, Kyo. Cheating would imply that there is a relationship other than stalker and stalkee. Alright, we will go ahead and bring Arjuna Alter, because I'm pretty sure I have Beowulf, even if he is not leveled. So there's that. Yep, there's Beowulf. He's not leveled, though, so he's actually going to be in the back lines this time. And let's roll.
ラウンド開始だ。
Alright, Kyo. This really shouldn't be that difficult.
これでどうか。
So, do-do-dun.
ワン了解しました。捉えられない。かけろ。メイヤード。崩壊せよ。
Oh wait, she has a thing on her, doesn't she? I was not paying attention to that. Oh, that's not gonna be nice. Resistance against crits. That's not nice at all. Kara's probably gonna go down here, so at least punch through the first form. Oh boy. Flames of love and hate. Remove buffs. That's not nice at all. Ice Geyser increased the... or did the spreading flame detonate? Yes, it did. Oh, joyous of joys. Let's get some guts going here. Karna's probably gonna go down here, unfortunately, unless... We'll see if Arjuna Alter has enough chutzpah, or whatever a good word, to just straight up delete here. There we go. Good job, Arjuna. But, yep, there goes Karna still because of burn. Alright. Dun. Arjuna Ultra's just gonna delete, isn't he? Ow. That hurt. Just gotta push through this. I gotta get through this story stuff so that I can start farming stuff on my own. That hurt like a bitch. Oh, there's a second note here. Of course there is. Alright. And same party. Sure. Yeah, I'm just getting to the point where the story is essentially done. I'll probably be doing the challenge quest on Monday. I'll just start it on Sunday night and then do it Monday, just because, yeah. I just realized something. I'm not actually me, am I? So then does that mean Master was playing a cheat on me with the real me? I suppose I can accept that. Wait, no, I can't copy her. No, I still want to keep them all to myself. Poor Kyo. And there's the core. Danganronpa. Vibes are being felt with this slow, gradual shifting cutscene. Ah, a volcano. Much better environment than a frozen hellscape. So you managed to overcome the final obstacle. Good. Then I have no compunction about fighting you. You have proven yourselves worthy of facing me. Well, ain't that nice of you. Nothing more needs to be said. You won't get away. All that's left now is for me to defeat you and become a true Santa. Good, good. That's the spirit.
Oh, but before we get started, let me just say this. I don't care how much you scream or cry or otherwise make an absolute disgrace of yourself. Actually, I absolutely love that. Just thinking about it sends shivers down my tail. But whatever you do, don't give up in the middle of things. That would be pathetically anticlimactic. Richard's magical energy pattern is changing. She's preparing to attack. Please be careful, Master. Will do. Oh, 3 bars. Oh boy. Hey J6, welcome to the stream. Happy things. Question mark. Resistance to all attacks and debuff immune. Oh great, this is gonna be one of those fights, isn't it? Yeah, maybe not. Better. Still hurting. I cannot laugh or it hurts like a bitch. If I get into a laughing fit, it just causes a coughing spasm and then it just cascades from there. Confirmed though, it was the flu. The whole family pretty much caught it, which is not nice. It was not nice at all, but everybody's on the up and up. And I'm pretty much off work until the new year, so I'm doing even better because of that. What kind of news, if you don't mind me asking? Although I'm guessing you're going to tell me, considering you asked me to guess. I'm guessing that the news is that you won a sweepstakes and you're a billionaire now. Well, the free shiny foreign Ditto is actually great for the Masuda method, so you'll be able to breed up some shinies nice and easy there, man. Nice. Congrats on that. Congrats on that. Oh, this is some crit resistance BS. Oh no, the damage is just getting weaker and weaker, isn't it? He's getting more damage as the time goes. Alright, Karna. Let's see if your fist can break through her shields. Karna, deliver a punch full of justice. Truth, justice, and the American way. No, but a foreign Ditto. So, the Masuda method essentially is, if one of the Pokemon you're breeding with is a foreign Pokemon, it is a, like, I want to say it doubles the chances for getting a shiny, or something along those lines. Serenity, okay. Let me open up that dock. This is a cool looking MP. That was an awesome looking MP, I'm gonna be honest. So Serenity, Delhi are level 2 are up to 2s now, and normal Delhi are at 2s. Awesome. Okay. So let me just transpose them to there, and there we go. She's strong. If you want to join while sharing the shiny boost, then you're welcome to join. I'll make it funner. Definitely something to consider. Like I said, I'm going to be off all next week, so I'm going to be doing a lot more streams, especially to play catch-up with having barely streamed at all this week outside of today. This isn't over yet. I'll keep getting up as many times as it takes. Everyone's standing their ground admirably, but we've all taken a lot of damage, and that's not all. What the hell's going on here? We're not even touching her. I seem to have grown accustomed to this much sooner than I expected. Oh, the Grail. Holy Grail. So she did have the Holy Grail all along, I thought as much. Even for being as powerful as Ritra. Interfering with Santa's power at its root and blocking off multiple singularities at once would have been well beyond her ability to achieve alone. But even setting that aside, where is that invulnerability coming from? I should have known I would have trouble getting used to power other than my own. I can never seem to control it. Oh well, what's done is done. Now that I've regained my true power, the power I had when I fought Indra, it seems your attacks no longer have any effect on me. Well, that's a pity. I guess there's no fun to be had in continuing with this any longer. What did all way to end this? I guess the only thing left to do now is to kill you. Oh boy. What an incredibly murderous Sora, but we can't retreat now. We need to at least stall her for long enough to Master to escape. Or hold back, even if it should cost me my life. Ascalon! Activate Sword of Recursion. I wonder, is Arjuna not gonna... Arjuna Alter can't do anything. All that magical energy behind our attacks and we still couldn't even scratch her. How is this possible? I can't believe neither of their noble phantasms had any effect. Okay, I'm calling it. This isn't working. You all need to get the hell out of there right now. We'd already done it if we could, but look at her. We can't turn our backs on her now. But your attacks obviously aren't working. Doesn't matter, like I said before. When something's gotta be done, you just gotta do it. Which is why I'm gonna go back to this. Here goes. Grendel Buster. Agreed, as long as I can still keep moving, I can keep throwing punches. Power of Surya, come to my fists. Winning. Arkapatra. Oh. Wasn't much, but that looks like that did get our attention. It's no use. There's nothing you can do to stop me anymore. Give up. Hold it, evil dragon. Oh. Who is it? Oh, it's you again. I wondered where you went off to after that guy who looks sort of like he should have. Normal Arjuna's here. So what do you want, child of Indra? Oh, no, he's not here, but he's there. Have you come to beg for their lives? I can't conceive of anything more foolish for you to attempt here. What I would do with these depressingly boring people is no business of yours. I see no reason to listen to you. I'm not here to beg for their lives, I'm just here to tell you something. Namely, that I know the real reason you've been stealing Santa's presents. Oh? Does that mean you know what it is I want? Of course. And you don't think it's too late now that I've ended up like this? Hardly. If anything, you gave up too much too soon. Very well, child of Indra. I'll play along with your game for now. Besides, it's not as though anything will change if I wait a little longer. You have one day. Any more than that, and my boredom will get the best of me. I suppose I can wait for you in my clouds, but remember, you have one day, not a second longer. Reacher signal's completely vanished. I'm sorry for overstepping my bounds, Master. Not gonna complain. Yeah, what were you talking about? I'm sorry, but I can't tell you that right now. My mind is all mixed up and I'm still not sure what I should and shouldn't say. I will tell you anything you need to know, of course. I just need a little more time. For the moment I think you all need to focus on is that your final confrontation with Reacher has been postponed. And that once you defeat her, things will go back to normal, just like they always do. I'm sure you still have your reasons for not saying more, so we don't have to try and force the issue. Besides, just getting another chance to regroup before facing Reacher is a huge help. There's one other thing I'm curious about, though. What did Reacher mean when she said she'd be waiting in her clouds? Reacher is said to have caused a massive drought by tapping the world's water inside a tall mountain. But there are also stories which say the mountain was in fact the clouds that cover the skies. That means that for her, the clouds and mountains are essentially the same thing. That makes sense. So I'm reasonably confident that when she mentioned the clouds, she was actually referring to the Himalayas. So to the Himalayan mountain range. Woo! There was something strange about that. I'll say, why the hell is she so tough? This crap's exactly why I hate dragons. I wish they'd just let us settle these things a little more straightforwardly. I can see why Reacher was able to rival the gods. Her strength is truly astounding. But that doesn't mean I'm going to back down from this fight. I can't believe she shrugged off my punches so easily. Does it mean I'm still not strong enough to become a true Santa? Has all my training been for nothing? Arjun is not saying anything. Do I need to boost Karna? Is it time? I don't think he's on the... I don't think I put him on the level up dock, because I think I have decided that... I think I did decide he was going to be boosted regardless, but if he is here, then... Nope, punching Santa is indeed on the level up dock, so... Sorry, Karna, but you will not be getting metagame just boosted. So sorry, Karna. Everything. I mean, Santa has to be super strong in order to go across the world in such a fast pace. The amount of G-forces he have to withstand. Alright. So, I kind of want to do the next match here, so I'm going to open up some more boxes. I have 1 bell, and I need 6, I think. Yeah, and there's only 4 in each shop. So I'm going to have to open up 2 sets of boxes here. Ow. That hurt. That really hurt. Okay, just open the boxes. Open. I'm not sure. Should I level up Santa Karna here? No, he's too low on the rankings. I cannot just metagame level him up. Yu is the next one that gets leveled up outside of the boxes that will be being dedicated to Melt, but, you know, that's beside the fact. That was almost the last box grand prize. Box 6. And this should be enough boxes to get enough bells that I can do the current solo match thing that I don't actually solo match because level 1 Santa Karna is not super strong. So, it looks like it's there's only 2 more quests I'm going to be doing on today's stream. This boxing match, the following boxing match, and the final quests, it looks like. Okay, that should be enough for now. So let's go and do this boxing match. We have 9 present. We have 9 gongs. This will bring us down to 3. The next one requires yeah, this will bring us down to 3, and then 1 more box will get us enough to do the next thing, so good. We want Scotty. And we'll go the standard double Scotty Karna here and see how this goes. Enkidu, the Trick Chain Master and Princess of the Mercury Mats. For Rhine. Strategic Scheme. Oh god. She's got a passive NP though, so I think I'll be fine. Transformative Martial Arts. Okay. I've got a Break Chain with Karna, so let us go ahead and try to burst down Enkidu here. Excuse me. I do wish it was a quick chain with Karna, but can only get so much. Alright, Karna's fully buffed. Start punching.
1, 2.皆が望むクリスマスのために思いを込めて打つべしウィニングウルトラ
Nice. Okay, I do not remember what this does.
勝負に奇形も切り札もいらぬ ただ従前に整う。当然に勝てばよい。語らずの陣。
Okay, just some debuffs. That's not bad. Oh, and she's lost a debuff she had. I wasn't paying attention. What's going on? And I lost my Scotty that did not use the NP skill. Negate defense disadvantage due to class affinity. Oh, lovely shit. Oh boy. Karna's gonna be very hard pressed to do this. BQ. Oh boy. This is not good. This is really not good.
そうしよう。
ささやか。
捉えられない。拳の前。いった。これで。
了解です。誰かいないのか。私を助ける者は。
Karna. I don't think you're gonna survive here.
そうしよう。いい組み立て。クリスマスを制す左。決める。
So evasion will keep us safe from one attack. The NP is going to lower defense though. So in other words, we have to kill her this next turn or we're done. Of course you would crit. You know what? I'm just using a quartz. I don't care. I've got enough. I can just exchange fragments for quartz anyways. So this is fine. Plus I'm pretty sure I get a quartz reward from this anyways, so... Literally no big issue. What does Karna do on overcharge? Quick effectiveness increases on... Okay. Sure. I don't know if that applies before NP or not, though. I'm gonna assume it doesn't. Alright, there we go. Good job, Karna. Finish this. Oh, there's invincibility. I was not paying attention. Almost. Of course you would focus him down. Oh, 287. You nearly did it, Karna. You nearly did it. Oh well, we got it in the end. There we go.
5 Fruits of Eternity. Oh, I guess I don't get a quartz from that. Oh well. Okay. So... final round, Santa Claus's gift. Let's start this battle. The final battle. The ultimate battle. The ultimate destiny. I have to keep moving. I need to be faster, I need to be sharper. Empty your mind, become a pure warrior like you used to. Think back to when all you cared about was getting stronger. But then, this isn't that time anymore. Really, things are much better now. There's no caste system here holding me back. No one looking down on me in disdain for being different. But strangely enough, I can also sense a new kind of restlessness inside of me. Maybe it's because I know exactly what my next battle is coming. Santa peaks all too quickly. Once Christmas ends, he just isn't needed anymore. So I have to get stronger, and I have to do it as soon as possible. That's not true, Karna. Santa's worth more than just Christmas. My heart keeps fluttering. I can't seem to stay focused. I have to keep moving, or I might go crazy. I know why I'm feeling like this. It's all because of what he told me yesterday. That was pathetic, Karna. What did you say? It's clear you still have no idea why you weren't able to so much as scratch for Icha. For someone supposedly more devoted to learning and growing than usual, you failed to change at all. That's why you haven't been able to become a true Santa Claus. What do you know about Santa? Not much, I admit, but I do at least know this. The idea that the hero of benefaction, a man who desires nothing for himself and would gladly give away all he owns if he asks, can become Santa Claus, is pure fantasy. So Arjun is trying to imply that Santa needs to be selfish a little bit, maybe? You'll need to go beyond that to truly become Santa Claus. You'll never get there as you are now. Or you need to just be beyond, just charitable. Okay. Because I guess Santa does stand for more than... does stand as ideals and not just, giving gifts out. I honestly don't know much about the caste system in Indian mythology or anything like that, so... no real comment on that. I wish I could exhale sharply right now. Here we go. Karna. Oh, Master, of course. I hope you don't mind if I train while we talk. What's up? Ow. Yeah, you look like you're upset about Arjuna, so... Do you know what he was talking about, Master? Unfortunately, I don't. I'm sure he was mocking me for being a poor excuse for Santa, but I also don't think that's all there was to it. Yeah, it's not. He was trying to encourage you, I think. I would normally never even think of asking you to do this, Master. But I'm afraid you're the only one I can trust with it. The caste system in myth and actual India is the same. Still don't know much about it, though. I meant every word I said to Karna. I truly do think he's being an idiot and a failure as Santa. But under these circumstances, I can't just leave it at that. So I know it's presumptuous of me to even ask, do you think you could check in on him for me, Master? If he still hasn't figured it out, then I'll take responsibility for this and go defeat Reacher myself. I swear it on my father, Indra. Maybe he meant that there's something besides a lack of training that's stopping me from being a true Santa. But if there is, I don't know what it could be. Why is being the hero of benefaction alone not enough? I've watched from the other Santa Clauses, and I thought I knew what I had to do. Santa's supposed to deliver presents and rule Christmas as its strongest warrior, right? Master, you've known the other Santa Clauses for a long time. Can you think of anything they have that I don't? If you can, please tell me. Maybe it'll help me find the answer I need. Well, there's quite a lot that they have that you don't. Yeah, that is actually true. You have been focused so much on the giving gifts that you haven't really been enjoying yourself. But all the other Santas took their duty seriously, but they took their time to have fun.
By the time Christmas was over, the other Santas looked just as happy as everyone else. I think that's the better one, yo. I see, so Santa Claus also needs fun and joy. A gift he gives not just to others, but also to himself. Basically different classes inside. You're born in a class and you stay there forever. You can only get jobs from that class. Okay. Gotcha. Of course, anyone who can't even give himself a present could never hope to give them to children around the world. The very idea of such a person claiming to be Santa is ridiculous. Now I see, so that is what Arjuna meant. However, I don't find any joy in serving as Santa. All I have is my desire to be strong, to be a true Santa. But make that your gift for yourself. Impossible, I don't have that in my sack. I'd have to be a true Santa before I could give that gift myself. There's no rule saying Santa can't receive gifts as well as give them. I see. For my own present, my own benefaction, I can give myself the gift of wanting to learn and grow. And to do that, I'll also need to allow myself to receive benefaction from others. If there's something in my sack of presents is missing, I should just ask others for it. Yeah, you've been a bit too stoic, man. You're right, I thought being Santa was something I had to do on my own. But what I really want is strength to become someone else, like I did when I was studying under Drona. Ash, Duryodhana, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna. Some of them were enemies, but I may never become as strong as I did if it weren't for them. So maybe I should do the same thing now. If I can't do this all on my own, I should probably ask for help. Help from someone who may be able to make me stronger. Yeah, I depend on people's help all the time. Except for when, I punched out a beast. Punched out one beast. Probably seduced another one, technically speaking, at this point, with Kama and all that. So that's why I've changed my mind. My goal is still to become a true Santa, but now I'm not going to avoid things that will help me reach my goal. From now on, I'm not only going to be delivering presents, I'm also going to accept them. That's why I'm here now. Sounds good to me. Believe me, if there's any way we can help, we're happy to do it. I feel the same way. I'm happy to keep supporting you as best as I can from here. So what exactly do you need from us? What I need is to defeat Vritra. Will you lend me your power so I can achieve that? Of course, I've already got the other Dragon Slayers lined up, so all you have to do is say the word. Let's see, there's Siegfried, who still hasn't had a chance to shine, and there's also... No, that won't be necessary. I remember something important. Something Arjuna must have realized too. If we're going to defeat Vritra now that she has the power of the Holy Grail, we're going to need a plan of our own. So instead of a Dragon Slayer, I'd like to call on... Santa? You do know authors only write stories about dragons, right? You don't actually go hunt them. Where my specialty non-fiction, I might consider research that's less exciting than fighting dragons, but unfortunately for you, I write fairy tales. But alright, fine. I just hope I don't end up as an author-sized snack. A dragon? That sounds absolutely dreadful. Are you sure I'm not going to die? Those are the two you want helping you? That's right, though I'll also need help from a more combat-focused servants as well. And allow me to accompany you until the very end. As the one guiding this journey, I am responsible for seeing it through to completion. The other me entrusted me with eradicating evil on this mission, and I have yet finished doing so. Of course, I'll be there wielding my purging sword. Fortunately, our destination isn't an included singularity anymore, so we only have the usual racial restrictions to worry about now. That said, our resources are still limited, so we do have to consider how many we can afford to send and how well they work together. In this case, more isn't necessarily merrier. Are you sure this is the team you want? I'm sure. I doubt Arjuna will come along, even if he does, it won't be until he sees how I do this battle. But then... Why would he send his altar along instead? It can't possibly be to help me. There must be some other reason. Alright, let's get this briefing started. Karna, there are a few questions we'd like to ask you. Go ahead. I'm curious as well. Now I see. You're right, your strategy does seem like it could work. Alright then, if everyone's ready. It's time to head to the Himalayas and make Vritra give back everyone's presents. Woo! Presents! Alright, this one is a Lancer. I will bring Arjuna, Altar. And this is the 3-star. I don't need the 4-star farming setup anymore, so I will reset this party. Good. And Party 5 can contain. In the front lines, Santa Karna. With a golden Sumo CE.
Yep. Arjuna can go there. Then, we're going to be bringing along... Why Hans is not on the event bonus setup, I would love to know. So we'll bring along Hans since he is apparently here. And I will throw upon him a fragment of 2030. In the back lines, meanwhile, we will have Georges. I don't think I have Scheherazade. She would be a caster... Nope, I do not have her. Shame. I guess in that case, I will bring her bestest buddy in Chaldea, Nito Burrito. And then we bring Melt just for the bond point growth. Georges can get a sumo as well. And then the backlines, otherwise we'll just have some bond CEs. Alright, where's the other bond CE? I'm blind. There's one. Alright. This will do. And let's get this party started. And see how we roll. Oh. Stretch. Oh, when are they gonna get here? I'm so bored. Hurry up, I'm so tired of waiting. Master, is that... Even dragon rolling around in the snow, yep. Oh, that's adorable. So, you finally come. Why are you looking at me like that? I wasn't doing anything strange. I like keeping clean, so I was just using the snow to bathe. You should try it sometimes, it's very refreshing. No, the snow is cold and I hate the cold. Well, at least we know she doesn't actually hibernate. So I see the godlike one who bears the face of Indra's child is here, but I don't see the child himself. And after I went out of my way to honor his request and wait before killing you, does this mean you know what it is I truly want to do then? No, we are only here to defeat you once and for all. Well, no matter. So I take it that means you found a way to defeat me, even though I've gotten used to this Holy Grail thing's power? Her magical energy is incredible. I can already tell they'll never be able to get past your defense just by fighting like they usually do, but... I know, the secret to why our attacks didn't reach you is that Holy Grail's power drew out the protection you possessed in your legends. You may not have had it when you first materialized, but I'm sure the Holy Grail changed that. After that protection was something you always possessed. One of your stories said you formed a contract with the gods that said you could never be slain during the day or night by weapons of wood or stone or by anything wet or dry. Wow, those are some very specific circumstances. Of course, some people say that story actually originated from the demon Nemuchi, even though you're frequently treated as the same being. No, it wasn't simply some defensive power or magical energy barrier that stopped our attacks from reaching you. It's because of a trait ascribed to you in myth, which means we have ways to get around it. So you know about my contract with the gods? Well, that's alright. After all, you surely don't think you can defeat me with your fists alone, do you? Sure, my sword had no effect on you, but Sir Karn and Sir Beowulf's fists did, at least by comparison. I understand now the reason for that is that their weapons were neither wood nor stone, neither wet nor dry. Of course, we have forgotten that their attacks never quite reached you, which is why we've gone further today. We've recreated the same circumstances that enabled Indra to defeat you, even bound by your contract. First, he chose to fight you at twilight, which is neither night nor day. And second, he killed you with something that was neither wet nor dry. Foam. I do think that as twists go, they could use a little more foreshadowing, but I can't deny fantastical leaps of logic can be quite engaging for readers. The very idea of fighting a dragon myself is too terrible to consider, but if this is all you need from me, I should be able to manage. I'm no Shakespeare, but wrapping you guys up in foam should still be pretty easy, especially since I won't have to do any editing passes.
Enchant, go ahead and take that tragic foam you need. Want me to tell you a story the Queen of Serpents once said? If I'm to be boiled in a pot, collect the first layer of foam that spreads upon the water in a bottle and drink the second layer to yourself. Karna's fist. So we're going to do the same thing and defeat you with foam. For foam is something that neither a weapon nor wet nor dry. Could you apply some to my sword as well? It may not work as well as it does on fist, but it certainly be helpful. Doesn't matter what foam the sword of purging takes. All that matters is that evil is eradicated. Excellent, that's more like it. Maybe you really will be able to grant my wish after all. Go on then, let me hear your agonized screams, your pitiful sobs, let me watch as you struggle and fail like the insignificant little specks you are. Anderson Shirazade's foam enchantments have been applied to everyone in the front line. Everything's ready, Master. Let's take back the presents! Presents obtained. They shall be. Also, I'm finding it strange that the more I've been talking, the less my throat has been hurting. That's weird, in my mind. Very, very weird. Okay. Apply foam trait, the protection of bubbles. So we just have the foam trait now. Okay. Okay. So Karna's at risk for dying right off the bat here, so let's hope that doesn't happen. In fact, I should probably throw the evasion on him just to be 1000% safe here. At least get him one hit survival. And then I do have a Brave Chain with Karna, but I don't really want to do a Brave Chain right yet, so we'll do Doot. One of that NP. Arjun is about to go down, though. Oh, and there's Retrap. I honestly was not expecting her to be in this wave, to be completely honest. I was truly expecting just a bunch of, the demons here. So, unexpected. Hopefully I just need to break this bar. Sincerely hope I just need to break this bar, otherwise I might have to use another corpse. There we go. Okay, good. Really wish I could pop my neck right now. It's very stiff. Okay. Final round. Working. We have the advantage. Keep it up. No recovery. Thy dragon originating from Sin. Ascalon. We've got you pinned in the corner. Now we're going to put you down for the count. I felt that one under my scales. The blow was not as deep as I would have liked, but it was enough to throw her off balance. Now finish her off. What are you doing, Arjuna? I thought something felt strange. Now that I wield Samvartkapala's sword of recursion meant to eradicate all evil. Its blade has come into contact with this being's very life. I understand now. Master, I need to tell you something. This dragon is not evil. She's not. But all of Reacher's legends describe her as an evil dragon. And isn't that what she's done with this year's Christmas presents incredibly evil? Maybe it's just an indication she's not entirely evil after all. What do you think, Soul? Given that you don't exactly seem shocked here. I'm guessing you already heard what's going on from Arjuna? Sure. Well, you can say Arjuna told us, because now we get a flashback. Well, let me just say this. Reacher is said to be an evil dragon, but in one sense she's also just a natural phenomenon. She's the incarnation of obstacles of her humanity, a being whose purpose is to dam up the world. Let me be clear as I can about this, Master. As far as humans are concerned, Reacher is both an obstacle and a trial, no more, no less. As the legends say, she was responsible for numerous widespread droughts, and each time Indra killed her. But I don't think she caused those droughts with the goal of eradicating humanity. While she did cause a great stress, she also met her end at Indra's hands, almost like she was fated to do so. This is only conjecture on my part, but, arrogant as she may be, I think she's only giving us, humans and gods alike, obstacles to test us. This is where her true objective lies. At least, that's what I think. What is the true objective, you ask? Respectfully, Master, you've seen enough yourself that I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. To make Karna a true Santa? So, did you, Master, figure out what Reacher's true objective is? It's kind of hard to believe, but... Reacher, do you... Oh, okay, interesting. She likes seeing adversity overcome. Yes, I do. I love seeing both weak and significant humans and proud, arrogant gods struggle, persevere, wail, and ultimately rise up to prevail over almost any obstacle they have to overcome. It makes my scales quiver in excitement. So she must really like us. Think about it. Humans are tiny and weak and live for barely an instant, right? And gods are powerful and pompous as hell, right? So what could possibly be more entertaining than seeing them huffing, puffing, and working themselves to the bone to take back something I've blocked off? Of course, the best part is the moment when they finally manage to overcome whatever obstacle was in their way. There wouldn't be any point if they were simply to give up and walk away. No, I want to see Lot struggle and despair before finally rising to the challenge. And I'll gladly beat that obstacle myself as many times as I have to, even if it means getting to see that. Not even death can stop me. I'll keep coming back to life over and over to stand in your way. Well, she's definitely a huge status. Not that we didn't already know that. But I guess this means she also has a masochistic streak since she wants the people she torments to overcome her. It seems like a fetish only gods, humans, and other invincible things can really participate in. Alright, I understand why she's doing all this now, but don't her actions still qualify as evil? That might actually not be so easy to answer. It really depends on how you define evil. If Reacher is just symbolizing natural cycles, like water growing scarce before becoming plentiful, then the question is one of whether the cycles themselves are seen as evil. Humans might think of it as drought as evil, but that's not necessarily true for the world as a whole. It's just another natural system. Maybe that's why Arjuna Alter doesn't consider things like that to be evil. Well, I guess there could be other reasons. He said she's not evil, but who knows? He's not exactly chatty. Yeah, now that I think about it, I do get the sense there's at least one less obvious reason. Something we still don't know that gets to the heart of who Reacher really is. Be that as it may, she's still tainted with sin. Evil or not, the fact remains she must be defeated. That is simply what it means to be a dragon. That's right, whatever your intentions, what you're doing here is still wrong. What I need to do still hasn't changed. Yes, that's right. I don't care whether I'm evil or whether I'm a dragon. I'm just me, and I'm not about to hold back now. I want to see you tiny beings put everything you have into defeating me. I want to see you really struggle. And that can only happen when you're fighting me at my full power. Taking a dive would suck all the fun out of it. Well, I'll be damned. You almost sound as if you've written some serialized fiction yourself. Generally speaking, a good author should try to put their protagonist against the strongest enemy they can think of. The more hopeless their prospects of victory seem, the better. Then you leave people wondering how they could ever hope to overcome such a foe. However you square that circle, there is nothing more dramatic than having your future protagonist triumph over seemingly impossible odds. Though, of course, if you can't pull that off convincingly, you'll just end up with a book that's barely worth the paper it's printed on. That's not an option. I want something entertaining. I want to see something truly wonderful. I want you to defeat me and see you weeping tears of joy when you reclaim what you so desired. So what are you waiting for? If you're hoping I'll surrender, you haven't been paying attention. The only way you're getting your presents back is by prying them out of my talons. You're right. It doesn't matter whether you're evil or not. I have to defeat you, so I will. As both this year's Santa Claus and Soul's servant, my job is to win back this battle with a decisive KO. This may no longer be the age of gods. They may not have stolen our water, But with these fists, I'm going to prove that humans are just as capable of overcoming your obstacles as ever. Go, Karna, go. Let's do this. Alrighty. We'll do second verse same as the first. We get Scheherazade this time, though. So, yeah, we'll go with the supporter lineup in the front, and I think I will bring Scotty along this time. Just in case. Because I don't really remember what Scheherazade does as far as skills go. I really don't recall. Oh. And Reflector just crashed. Lovely stuff. Or at least the screen share portion of it crashed. At least it wasn't my power flicking, because it has been doing that today. The weather is atrocious. Okay. Make sure we're good. Looks good. So, can I see what Scheherazade does? No. Alright. We'll go in blind like this then. So, let's roll. Okay, that's not a lot of health. Protection bubbles, try to overcome me, defense, any debuff, resist. Okay. So, what does Scheherazade do? NP is an actual damaging NP. Okay, that's good to know. Decrease charge, increase art effectiveness, and NP gauge for yourself, so that's a good one. Charm to all male enemies and defense for yourself. That's going to be useless because I don't believe Lucha is considered male. Yep. But the defense buff will be fine. Guts to all allies except yourself. That's actually very much worth doing. Alright. Start using that on Karna. And then BQQ, I think. We'll do rapid cast and get that out of the way. Okay. We can go for a Brave Chain here, which is probably very much worth doing. Because it will get, or a Arts Chain rather, because it will get us NP. On multiple characters. Potentially. If I multiply, it looks like I just get Karna. Ow, that's a lot of damage. Heal. Okay. Anderson, what does your NP do again? Okay. Throw the evasion on Karna. I feel like I might be able to punch through this bar here if I do this. Save the NP of Karna for the next bar. I might not be able to. I'm gonna need to hit. I'm gonna have to hit really well on my hits here. Oh, I think I got all of them. Nice. There we go. Nice punch, Karna. Then we'll do amusingly pathetically a damage cut. It's a 3-thing damage cut. Okay, that's annoying. I have no idea how big a damage cut is, but I have to take this opportunity. It's too good of a shot.
Get it in.
いい組み立てだ。皆が望むクリスマスのために思いを込めて
Oh, that's a bad damage cut.
トライクリスマスのスーツ左決める
I guess it's a good thing I got it out of the way, but yeah, that was a pretty hefty damage cut. Not too pleased about that. We can get another NP ready to go here on multiple fronts. Try and focus Anderson getting an NP, I think. Anderson and Karna. Those two are the more support. Shaherazade's got something going for her, but it's not as good. We're about to get NP smacked. I don't think I've got anything to stop that. So Karna might end up going down before this bar breaks. Shite. Or as this bar breaks, rather. That'll be annoying. So if he's done most of the work, I think that'll be fine. This is the last obstacle. Charge gain and a guts. Well, I'm glad she's already fully charged when she got a charge gain. That's a frontline wipe. Okay. Will be a little bit difficult, honestly, to punch through this. A little bit. But, I mean, using a sadist to beat a sadist is not a bad idea. Or rather, using a sadist to defeat a masochist is not a bad idea. Jeez, Georges is about to go down. And then Doot. Doot, doot. Okay. Oh, it's not game set match just yet. One last hurrah. Okay, good. We get Georges gets to get the kill. That's what I was kind of hoping to see. And then let's just give him a bit of a boost, just to be 1000% sure he's gonna get this. Georges helped out Karna a lot on this one, so I think he deserves to be KO'd. Karna can't. And there we go. Three dragon scales. May not be descended from Indra, but it seems you do still have ties to him. Will he be able to defeat me like he did? It's time we found out. Hurrah!
can, I will. That's who I am. If there's something you want, it's my job to give it to you. That's what it means to be a Santa Claus. So, if what you want is what sees us surpass you, then that's my gift to you. Now get ready for my other noble phantasm. This is a killer punch that only Santa Claus can unleash. A single cross counter guaranteed to KO any opponent. Graharaja Santa. Cross. Ding, 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 ding. That is my Christmas present to you. KO! Then it seems this is finally over. Well done, Sir Karna. It was an honor to witness the birth of a new Dragon Slayer. Well, what's going on with these readings? Da Vinci, do you think these might be... Something just shattered. Does this mean there was something else blocked off by this inside this secluded singularity? It is said that Vritra sealed off the world's water inside the Himalayas. So something here must have made it possible for her to seal those other things. And now that the seal is broken, then... That's right, at long last we've broken the seal I've been searching for this whole time. Presents! Man, I want to read that manga volume so badly. Maybe if not sooner. Probably because I just straight up want to read it, but also because it's going to affect what I draw for the next con. Now that it's finally here, I might as well ride the wave of its popularity and make my own doujin based on it. If I read it just before the con, I know I'll be so inspired to create that I'll end up wanting to make posters and bonus booklets too. Then I'll have even more trouble meeting the deadline than usual. So please, please, please let me read you. I got chip up against the box. Wait, did that work? Looks like the box is glowing. Shing! Sparkle, sparkle. Can't open it, actually opened. Well then, without further ado, wait. What a minute is this? Oh, Karna, you didn't give you didn't give them what they wanted, did you? What'd you actually give, Karna? I'm curious. What kind of presents did Karna hand out? Like, I feel like Salter's the only one that actually gave out proper presents. Maybe Altera as well, but... Honestly, it would be an amazing sight to go to the top of the Himalayas, but it's too cold for me. This is what Singularity is supposed to look like. It's beautiful. I knew it. Knew what? This is one of the reasons I knew the dragon was not to be evil. I sense that whatever Vritra builds or dams in the world or stops something from behaving as it should. There's also something else that goes on along with those deeds. Though unfortunately, as a child of God who has lost most of his humanity, I lack the words to describe it. To be honest, I noticed this something of what you're talking about as well, though only faintly. The few pictures I've taken on this journey are proof of it. They are too magnificent for words, and it's nothing to do with the skill of a photographer. No, it's because the landscapes we've witnessed are something truly special. I'm not entirely sure why, but there was something about them that simply shone brighter than usual. So I think what this means is that whenever Vritra traps something, it also results in something better being created. That is admittedly my only my personal interpretation. Still, I cannot but feel this is the case. Really, is that even possible? It's not something you set out to do, it just happens. Vritra. Her spirit origin has started to collapse. At this point, I think she's talking all she can manage. There's a case to be made that in mythology, adversity and obstacles exist to give people a chance for growth. After all, you can't overcome an obstacle without growing and changing. If you cut off access to something essential like water, of course, people aren't going to be happy about it. But the same way the energy stored up over winter goes into making plants bloom and mass in spring. It could well be that the land itself has to be sealed away to make the scenery more beautiful. Maybe the concept Vritra really embodies are about growing through overcoming adversity, and being the kind and necessary evil to prompt further progress. But hey, that's just my own interpretation. I don't know about any of that. All I know is that I enjoy seeing people try their best to accomplish something. That said, since I do this sort of thing regularly, it's even more entertaining if you do get stronger every time. That much is true. Which is why I'm going to keep tormenting you in the world you live in. All I have to do is show me how much stronger you become. You'll need to, because when I come back, I'll be even stronger too. Definitely coming back, huh? Of course, I'm an indestructible demon. Not even Indra could get rid of me for good. Kind of in the middle of a big fight right now, so... Master's right. The truth is, we're already stretched pretty thin, so you would really be doing us a favor if you didn't cause problems for a while. Oh, so there's another formidable obstacle out there beside me. This threat is so great that humans, gods, and the world itself are banding together to fight against it, that it might be kind of novel to watch this struggle from the sidelines for once. You're welcome to join us. What a strange thing to say. You do know I'm a demon, yeah? Still, now that we've formed this connection, maybe I will drop by, if I feel like it. Just make sure you don't succumb to this threat before I've had the chance to come and watch you, powerful little weakling. We'll all overcome it together. Until it comes time to start throwing fists, in which case, I just gotta jump in there solo for a round. Creature signals completely disappeared. Mission accomplished, Master. Well done. I must say this whole experience has only reinforced the fact that dragon hunts rarely go as expected. It was a fine experience. Evil still runs rampant throughout the world. But at least there is none to be found here. That is a good thing. Does this mean I no longer have to worry about dying? That is music to my ears if true. I only came at the end to help with the foam, but this still turned out to be good research. I never thought I'd get to actually see a dragon slaying for myself. If nothing else, it should make for a good set piece if I ever write an adventure story. Come on, let's get back. I still have another job to do. It's finally time. That's right, it's time to deliver everyone's presents. Woo! Presents! It's Christmas time in the city. St. Quartz. And the epilogue. Let's start. Path to Santa Claus, the sealed Christmas presents. Epilogue. Ooh. Pop my neck real nice. Gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, I can't believe this. So this is what the scene was foreshadowing all along. And then there's this soul put in each and every line. It's so amazing. Well drawn, it almost looks like the panels are sparkling. Crap, I'm dead. I'm literally dead. I'm not worthy to behold such common-like majesty. No, wait, I can't afford to die now. I still have time to pick my winner deadline. Hey, Crow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. I've been sick this whole week, too, so that's not been helping out at all, but I think I've done a pretty good job of blitzing the end section here, and I get to spend the whole weekend farming, so yay me. But how'y things for you, Crow? How'y things? I need to channel these impulses into something tangible before I explode. Okay, first I'll do a rough draft, then... Well, at least Hime's happy. Hooray, my gift opened and it turned out to be even better than I'd hoped. Maybe it's because I had to wait so long to open it, but it almost looks like it's sparkling. I'm so sorry about what I said before. You're not a meanie at all. Thank you, Santa. Aw, nursery. Boy, these cards are so good I can't put them down. Me, Lubu. No. You got fired while sick. That doesn't sound legal. Hey, look at everybody wandering around enjoying their presents. Happy times. Santa Karna, or Santa, has succeeded. Kama as well. It's here. Nothing but happy faces everywhere you turn. It's enough to turn my stomach. Don't you agree? Arjuna! No, I don't. Besides, it has nothing to do with me. Is that right? If you say so. Say, while you're here, can I ask you something else? As long as it's something I can answer. I can see Parvati figuring out Reacher's deal early on, since she's Parvati and all. But how did you figure it out before everyone else? I think you caught on about when I showed up, so I was wondering maybe if I slipped up. That's alright, Crow. That was the first 6 days. Ah, gotcha. Makes sense. It's because Karna said you were your usual self. He's never been one to fall for lies or treachery. Even as a human, he always had a sharp eye for the truth. So when he said that about you, I was sure that you were there entirely of your own volition. Well, yeah, I even said as much. It was the perfect opportunity to piss off you Indra types off, after all. However, you also said there were some parts of what you were doing that you didn't like. I did. You did, so the question was, what was it that you hated to do? I knew it couldn't be opposing us and Master. You're generally far too cynical to care about that sort of thing. I suppose you could have simply been sarcastic about it, but that didn't seem to be the case either. So I thought about it, what would you hate to do some more, and then I realized what the answer was. Loving people. We all know how much you hate your job as the god of love, so if you hated part of what you were doing with Vritra, it had to mean that love was somehow involved. That was when I began to doubt whether Vritra's actions were truly evil. If you of all people were helping her willingly, then your doing so must have been in some way involved love. Well, I'm sure you've heard of tough love before, right? Sometimes the best way to love someone is to give them a challenge they can only overcome by learning and growing. That was the necessary evil as far as I was concerned. While I was only hypothesizing at the time, I had no actual proof. So I decided the best thing I could do was entrust my altar to handle it in my stead, since as the child of the gods, he could determine it for good from evil from a truly impartial perspective. That's all I have to say about that. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Are you sure that's all there was to it? Hey, I am a god of love. I'm sensitive to this sort of thing. That's why I have to ask. Are you sure there wasn't something you were trying to give your altar by having him take over for you? I mean, he's entirely forgotten about his human life, right? So maybe, for instance, wanted to jog his memory by having him spend a little time with your half-brother, especially now that he's been acting more like his younger self? That would be a lovely Christmas present to give your altar, wouldn't it? I felt that cough coming up, and that hurt. Uh-oh. Well, watch where you're pointing that thing. I'm a god, remember? I sense great evil within you. If you're actually a demon, that means master harm. There is no reason to erase you, not to erase you from existence right here and now. Yeah, no, I could give you for you. Besides, the worst I get up to these days is a bit of mischief. I swear, this is the whole problem with humans who are too close to Shiva. They could just torch whatever they don't like. Well, don't worry. I can tell when I'm not wanted. Just don't shoot me in the back or anything, okay? Pretty sure my theory was dead on, but I still don't know why he trusted Karna to give his other self that gift. Unless he actually has more faith in Karna's abilities than anyone else. Oh, weirdo. Oh, Karna, don't make... Oh, Kama, don't make me laugh, please. Will Karna have a smile on his face as he delivers a present? I returned to my room, leaving the holiday din behind. Not that it was entirely unpleasant to hear. If anything, I actually like this kind of peaceful, joyous atmosphere. Sometimes I even find myself smiling. But none of that changes the fact that this holiday has nothing to do with me. I've never celebrated Christmas before, and I'm definitely not about to start now that he's Santa Claus. Then, just as I go to lie down, I notice a small note on my bedside table. I left this here. When were they in my room? It's from Karna, isn't it? The note bears only a time slot for the combat simulator. I know right away what it means. And I know what it is intended to mean for me. Yes, that's right. Christmas or not, I would never ask for a present. But even so, that doesn't mean there's nothing I wanted. Aww. Arjuna's getting his battle against Karna. That's a nice present, Karna. Very, very nice. Uh-oh. I'm getting a graphical glitch at the bottom of my screen. Also, this will probably be the last stream of FGO on this phone. I do have a new phone that I'm going to be breaking out here soon, so it's about time to be saying goodbye to this phone. Just the various descriptions of his, things. I like that. Surya is Santa. Oh boy. Footwork Santa. Flash Fist. His fists are as keen as a true blade. That's why he's a saber, right? Don't make me laugh, please. And that's his second NP, but we don't actually get to use that. So, Lord of the Planets Santa Claus is the name of his second NP. That's something. So, Flash Fist and Hero Benefiction. Can't wait to get those unlocked eventually. Okay, so that is the main story of the Christmas event complete. I do have the high difficulty exhibition match as well as the fight. That looks to be up against an archer, so I don't think I'm going to be actually capable of bringing Santa Karna into this fight here. The Black Present Exchange has been unlocked, a limited set of 200 presents that can't be reset. Black Presents in exchange for valuable rewards. Oh, you actually spin on the Black Present
回転
exchange.
率を上げることは勝利に直結する。
Interesting.
パンチについてもそれ以外についてもだ。
This is still open for 9 days, so I'll probably do that one and the wrap-up stream for this as
よ
well.
く来たな。
How many more present slots do I have? Not that much. Yeah, I'm kind of running low on present slots here. That's a little annoying, but we have to open at least... Actually, I need to open up all 3 boxes if I want to do that 5 gong quest as well, so... I have enough to open 3 boxes, I do believe, so we will open up 3 boxes. Wow, first spin, getting the grand prize. What luck. But we're going to do the final sparring boxing match thing, the thing that requires the 5 gongs to do, and I think I will save the challenge quest for the wrap-up stream for the Christmas event. I'll essentially start it on Christmas and then do the quest the day after Christmas on that Monday. But with that last one being an archer note, I'm checking the description for it. Archer with berserkers. Ugh. And it's a break bar archer. I don't think Karna will be able to handle that, so I'm gonna just go with the tried and true route of bringing Lambda to just erase the final boxing match. Sorry, Karna, but I don't think you'd be able to handle it, sadly, man. You're strong, but I don't think you're that strong. That you can take out 2 berserkers, one of which has a break bar, and an archer with a break bar. Maybe if I leveled you up, but you're not high enough on the level up scaling to do such a thing, so... Sorry, Santa, Karna. I'm sorry. I could bring Janta in. Bring Janta in, just, you know, to cover for her Santa Kohai, who can't do this quest. I actually like the sound of that. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is bringing Janta in to sub in for Santa Karna. I hope I have enough inventory space in the boxes. Or for my bag that I can open up this other box here. Welcome back, Crow. I'm just opening up some boxes so I can do the final sparring match, as well as the quest that requires 5 of these bells to unlock. I'm gonna do those quests, and then I'm probably gonna be calling the stream so that I don't overstrain my voice. Oh yeah, that's what my main goal is gonna be, is... Oh shoot. My main goal is going to be able to pull that off. Okay, so filter only show me the 3-star stuff. Take all of it. Oh gosh, I'm really low on space. I gotta see if I can... I need to finish opening this box. And then I might actually have to also level up the top scorer on the board. Or I could work towards Melt. I think I'm gonna actually push Melt. This was what the main Christmas box goal of 324 boxes was going to be for, was all towards Melt, so I think I'll do that. Alright, so that is 9 boxes. The 10th box is unlocked, but I cannot do that because I do not have the mats. So, to the enhanced screen. Parallel Genesis. Melt. Go. $324 boxes would be what is required to get Melt from level 104 to level 120. However, because I was sick and didn't get the better farming nodes unlocked earlier, I kind of doubt I'm going to be able to manage that, but never know. You never know. Alright, so I'm actually going to start. I got so many other embers, though. It'd be a wait. Look at all those 5-star embers. Oh, I'm so tempted. I gotta start with melt. Plain and simple, need to start with melt. Even if the silver embers are gonna give me jack diddly squat as far as experience goes, they were included in the calculations. Yeah, it's expensive. Expensive and time-consuming. Super sucks are nice, though. Okay, so... I don't want to burn 5-star embers, so I'm going to go back to claiming all of the 3-star embers I've got stored in there. That's good. And then put the focus back on melt. No. To be fair, a super suck only doubles, whereas a great suck triples the amount of experience earned. And you need a great suck of, and it's 3 silver embers to a single gold ember. So a great suck on a silver level up would be the same as a normal suck on a golden level up. So it is going to be a very long process. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for the time being because I've got presence. I've got box space now. That was the main reason I started the level up process, was so I had some box space. And I have space in my inventory, so I'm going to continue leveling up later because, again, I don't want to be here forever. A super and great makes up for not using silvers. Potentially, but the sheer amount, it kind of doesn't matter in the end. But anyway, so I'm going to do the Massive Fighter Santa match here. And I think Castoria would be fine here. So Karna, sadly, is not going to be the main fighter here. He's just not strong enough. Instead, Janta Lily is going to sub in for Karna, showing her Kohai exactly how a Santa should fight. Is it weird that Janta is technically Santa Karna's senpai? Yes. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is a little weird that Janta is a senpai to Karna. A little weird, but it is what it is. So... let's get this party started. And I mean, honestly, I'm not going to be able to do 324 boxes worth of farming. I've said it earlier in the stream, but like with a dedicated hour to farming in the past, I've been able to get 5 boxes worth of spins done. So even with 9 boxes done, that's still 315 boxes. That would total up to about 63 hours of farming. And I don't have that kind of time to spare. Alright, so... excuse me. So, Janta. How much does this give? I forget. Okay. That is actually pretty good. Exactly. Catching up will indeed make it difficult. So, let's start off with Tactician's Command. And then Protection of the Lake. There we go. I don't want to use Ephemeral Dream just yet. I do want to get some more Crit Star drop, though. Alright, Janta. Make it snow. Man loved by a goddess, rebelliously passionate soul, and the crazed muscle cyborg.
もっとだ
We should side on the team with girls. Oh, he just charmed himself. My muscles are proof of treachery, and then just roar. Darling, what are you doing? Uh-oh. That's not good. I don't have enough charge here. If you don't use them, you lose them. Janta, by the power of this command seal, show why you are worthy of being praised as the Long Janta, the great equalizer. She who brought all accounts to a single point. She who brought new and old players alike back to zero. That is the truth of Long Janta. Praise her, for she is the great equalizer. Oh, I still need to do the challenge quest as well, but I'm going to be saving that. I'm going to start it on Christmas Eve, and then just do it the day... Or, I'm going to start it on Christmas, and then do it live the following day. Janta, as the great equalizer, now is the time. Finish this. Praise be to Janta. Praise her, for she is strong. The great equalizer has claimed 3 more victims. Praise Janta. Okay. Shush, stomach. Oh, I'm getting real hungry too. Okay, so I do have enough bells, so I'm going to do a single round of the Holy Night Boxing Fest here as well before I call the stream. And this one is primarily a gold currency drop. I will reset this party as well. So yeah, this actually is the setup I wanted to roll with here. Except we will swap these for these. If I can manage it, and I can't. This is fine then, for now. Yeah, this will be fine. Okay. Lambda, time to dance. Okay, and then that just leaves the 2 quests for farming, one of which I will farm for the... Actually, I have 3 quests of the free quests to do. One is the primary gold node, one is the primary ticket node, and one is the omni node. But I'll be doing those all off-stream just because I need to farm, and I do better farming when I am not distracted by just chatting with people. It's weird, I know, a lot of people are the opposite way, but... Yeah. Lambda is like the best Lancer looper, I think. Hands down, the best. Just because of the sheer consistency you can get with her. Especially if you start with the super scope, too. So I'm pretty sure I could get off like 4 NPs in a row if it came down to that, thanks to Super Scope. Yeah, I could totally get 4 NPs off in a row here. Very easily. But not gonna happen, so.
これでフィニッシュ。
At least not right now.
あなたたちも一緒。ラストストローク。ブルーサマーパラディオン。
In the future, though. Look at the gold bananas, though. It's like I'm playing Donkey Kong 64 again. With all these golden bananas. Summer Mo's got the best refund, can get 4 or 5, maybe more. She's saying Summer Mo is good, but honestly, I prefer Summer Lambda just because I'm a big melt lover. So, alright, so I can officially get Santa Carna to join. I should probably do that before anything else. So Santa Carna is now officially in Chaldea. Might have gotten better, but I still have a long ways to go. The road to being Santa is long and hard. Master, I expect you to continue helping me out in my road work. Of course, Carna. Of course. Yep. Everybody's got different tastes, and there's probably a servant for you, no matter what kind of taste those may be. Alright, and then I need more bells to get Santa Carna NP levels. Of course I do. As far as black presents, I still need 60 or 55 black presents. How am I supposed to get those black presents? Oh, 5 in each box. Okay. That makes sense. That would be why I was told that you need to be at 21 boxes. Or 20 boxes done in order to get the 100 spin. Okay, that makes sense. Because you gotta get all the black presents. Got it. That makes sense. But that is going to be pretty much all there is from me. I could try the challenge quest right now, but again, I really am not really sure what to expect there. Yeah, I'm gonna... So, servants will place during... I'm gonna see what to expect, so that way I can spend this weekend forming a team, so that way I can do this when Monday comes. So, the servants will be placed in first and second slots, and the party formation will be the competitors who will fight. The servant in the third slot will be the core man who can only use their skills. If both competitors are defeated, you will lose. Continue will not be available. That is actually very good information to have. So it is a saber and an archer class servant. Only 3 servants. So essentially, whoever's the support is going to be there. And in fact, if that's going to be the case, I'd rather can only use skills. So it'll probably be something like Castoria, honestly, in the back line there. And a saber and an archer. You probably want to go with an archer class servant yourself. Yeah, probably an archer class servant would be for the best. So, this is all a test run here, because I'm mainly seeing what to expect. So this is going to be the test run, just so I know what to see. Super Orion is a good point. I think he's leveled up for me. Did he eventually get leveled up? I know he was... I've got him, but I just don't remember if he's... Yeah, this is a test run to see what to expect from this challenge quest. I'll give it a good try, but I'm not going to really put too much effort into a hard try. Try-harding. Ah, the Dioscuri! Okay, and the legendary chorusmen... Okay. Let's start by attacking with our moves, brother. Sister, it's not worth giving our all. Defeat the legendary boxer to win if... Okay, so the Dioscuri, huh? Okay, the legendary boxer. Makes sense. Okay, so that means... So, quartersmen cannot use skills. And I just have to beat the Dioscuri. So that means a single... So I don't even need to worry about... Okay, so a single target archer will probably be the better way to go here. Yeah, definitely a single target archer. Storm increased attack during... Honestly, you're right. Super Orion... I kind of want to give it a shot right now. I'm gonna be honest. I want to see if... I'm pretty sure I've got Super Orion leveled up. Archer. And I think Waver's a good second pick. I think, though... Do I want to stick with Sumo? I think sticking with Sumo's fine. Yeah. This is going to be a rough try, though. This is truly the rough try. I'm not going to try hard this any more than doing a quick reattempt with Super Orion here. Yeah, so Altera Santa's actually still level 1. So, yeah. Oh. Oh, look at that Brave Chain. I'm gonna be seeing this a lot, aren't I? Do I even need to NP this first turn? That is a question and a half. I just need to press all the buttons of him here. I will still buff him up, though. Took my breath away there, Orion. Man, Orion, you really took my breath away right there. Oh, Outboxer. That's... Yeah, I saw the break. I saw I have a Brave Chain with him this way anyways, so... He was thinking Paris was Herc. I mean, I did, but it's always a nice surprise. It is always a nice surprise when you see how hard those kind of numbers. Your guard is down. A damage cut. Oh no. So I think I've got this bar down as well. I'm gonna throw a sort of selection on him though, because I don't really know if there's gonna be a full charge here that leads to NP. Hit them all where it hurts, brother. Okay, Slugger, do your best, don't lose. I've got Guardian of the Sea of Voyagers. Near 1 mil crit, that would be glorious, but... Okay, so chance to increase NP charge by 1 when you receive attacks and a debuff immune. So I think this challenge quest was not anywhere near as bad as previous ones have been. I kind of wonder if you could do this with Karna.
我が宿命月女神に恋願う肉体に合力を精神に冷徹をアルテミス
Ugh, got like a sneeze coming on. Now's your chance to attack. Of course, I'm not getting any glorious brave chains anymore. The game realized that was making me way too overpowered. Not yet. Yep, may as well start just going all in, throw all the buffs on him. Next turn is the final turn of the fight after all, so.
我が宿命月女神に恋願う肉体に合力を精神に冷徹をアルテミスアグネス月の果てまで吹くな
Of course they threw another guts on him. Oh, that just forestalled it another turn. That just stalled us out another turn. Possibly even lost the match because of the NP.
天にて輝くの刺激の星我らはここに降り立た気をつけなせ
Yep. That was close. That was real close. But that's the way the match rolls. So I'm going to definitely do this on stream Monday. I'll start it off. I'll start it off Christmas Day and just, you know, finish it off on Monday. But that is going to be it for me for now because honestly my voice is starting to hurt. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this stream. Next week is going to be back to normal streaming if I'm hopefully feeling better. If you did enjoy today's stream, please be sure to leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more about me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There's plenty of content for you to enjoy. Once again, thank you all so much for coming out. Hope you enjoyed, and have a fantastic evening, everybody. Oh, and real quick, have a Merry Christmas.